Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whatever it is to you. I'm here, Teresa Gagnon, your yoga guide, fixing my hair. I just taught a lovely 90-minute practice, and that practice was more about grounding and not the acrobatics of the yoga. So I'd like to also kind of recap on that. This 20-minute practice is the practice of a journey to the self, of the self, in the self, and that's what yoga is. So let us sit. Again, Teresa Gagnon, your yoga guide. I am guiding you, yet it's up to you to be the responsible person that's going to direct the self the most optimal way that feels good to you. We're going to do some deeper stuff today, but staying close to the ground. This is a level 1-2 practice, so please join me for meditation. For me, it's the most valuable piece is the meditation. So come to sit. Roll your shoulders around. I like, as you know me now, I like to move around. Yawn your body, get into the cross-legged seated position that serves you, whether you're propped up on a bolster or blocks. You are the practice. You are the practice. You're the person practicing this. So sit yourself up. Agnes, have a wonderful day today, and thanks for being in practice today. So let us now get comfortable with closing the eyes. A lot of you, I know it's uncomfortable because of traumas and things like that, but I hope that you've created a safe space for you in your yoga space, wherever you've carved that in your home or office or wherever. So most important, palms can be up for daytime practitioners or students, or palms down for grounding evening. I'm going to turn mine up because it's daytime here, and close the eyes if that's comfortable with you, closing your eyes or drishte, looking through your eyelashes at a focal point past the tip of your nose. I'd like to invite you into just feeling your breath, and we'll be here for a couple of minutes. This is the most important piece of our 20-minute practice. So taking that breath in and noticing the sensations of that in-breath. As we inhale, we expand our bodies with universal energy, renewed energy. And as we exhale, we compost, we let go, and we ground ourselves. We prepare, we root. We're organizing ourselves for the new influx of energy, of prana, of vital force. So it's so important to know that you've got to empty out any old thoughts, ideologies, and conditions. Each time you fill your body up with new energy to live the intention that you're choosing to live today, you've got to also be prepared and open to receive it. So on that note, what is your intention for you today? Okay, what is that? Take a moment. My intention is to be clear. My intention is to be clear and look at what is present in my current existence and not negating the truth. So clear intentions. Good. And now I invite you to ground yourself even deeper by going into the mind's eye, into the pineal gland that is connected center of the brain to the universal source, the antenna. The possibilities and illuminations are there. It's up to you to receive the intuitive connection. So we must be open. Draw that energy right into your heart center. Let us now interlace our fingers, palms open on the chest, and we'll begin our meditation practice by just taking a moment of silence and noticing our intention with our truth mudra, finding the breath and breathing the in-breath and the out-breath. The in-breath expands us, the out-breath contracts and grounds us. Beautiful. Let us now begin to bring our palms together in Anjali Mudra and chant the universal sound of Aum. We'll do this together. First an in and out breath, cleansing breath. One beautiful Aum. Bowing your face towards your heart, releasing your palms up or down on your thighs, taking that moment of intention And now let us open to grace as we lift our hearts, lift our faces, and blink our eyes open. What's your intention? So today, I'd like to do the traditional Teresa kind of movement. Let's roll the shoulders, wiggle the jaw, la 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 la, and move through a little cat-cow. But first, let's switch out our shins. You could sit directly on your bolster or off your bolster. Preferably, it's probably better off your bolster, but you decide. Take your arms nice and wide, really wide. Pop your chest forward. And then when you're ready to exhale, round your spine backwards. You can use the bird's eye view to see this and hollow the belly as you devoid the breath and continue. As you inhale, shoulder blades come together on the spine. Your chest pops open in exaggeration. Fill your lungs to the brim and continue at your own pace, taking this cat-cow seated position at your own pace. Several more rounds. Good. Let's make it one more round of each. And then inhale your arms skyward when you're ready. Exhale your right hand to the right. Reach the left arm out to the left. Big wide span here. And then move that left arm as far over to the right, as long as you're not hinging forward. Take that left arm where your chest stays open. It could be over here, it could be over here. Can you turn your gaze, your face over towards the left, no matter where that left arm needs to be to keep your collarbone open. Maybe you're circumventing it. Keep the left sitting bone down, you've got this. And then inhale skyward all the way to the center. Let's take it to the left. Left arm out, and it's in line with your hip and slightly back. Express out through the right arm. Big wingspan of the arms. And then begin to reach that right arm over towards the left. Again, if you're rounding forward, let's keep that chest open. Preferably to keep both sitting bones down and that right arm that is opening the collarbone, the upper arm's in external rotation. Don't fight it, just breathe it. Maybe the arm needs to stay there today. Just feeling the external rotation of both shoulders rolling backward in space. Turn your gaze over towards the right, nod your head. Yes, you've got this celebration. Inhale, take it skyward. Exhale, hands down the center. Woo. Switch out your shins. So now let us do a little neck roll. So take the left arm up, grab a hold of the right ears, and just swivel the head and express out through the right arm. Just a couple more breaths here. Just feeling where that right side of your neck is, keeping your spine nice and tall. Good, now let's take the left hand to the back of the skull and tuck it in towards the armpit. And again, you want to open up this collarbone by expressing out through the right arm. Where does it feel most yummy for you to get into your neck? Breathe into those little pockets of your neck. The left shoulder is away from your jaw. Feel that energy. Inhale back to center when you're ready. Roll your shoulders. And then let's do the other side. So right arm grabs left ear side temple, swivel head, left arm out. You've got it. You've got this. Brilliant, eh? Just takes a moment just to be aware what's going on in that left side of your neck. Oh, whew, stuff is happening in there today. Feel it. Breathe into it. On your next in-breath, let's move the nose towards the right armpit. Grab the occipital. And again, expressing through the collarbone, you want to keep the chest open. Maybe your hand needs to land somewhere. That's up to you, but you're tucking your face in towards your right armpit, keeping your right shoulder out of your face. Wow, I feel this today, big time. Feeling those energies, rocking and rolling it. You've got it. On your next in-breath, let's take it skyward. Shazam, exhale your arms down by your side. Let's remove any props from beneath around you. Take your right leg, left leg, heel back behind you. Circumvent around in it, moving and grooving. If that left leg needs to be out, please take it out. Let's move the arms too. Opening up in the position that you feel like you're opening up heart, front body, front body. Okay, let's plug the right hand down. This is something I've learned in the fascia release. It doesn't really release because if you're tight, oh my goodness, let's do this. Let's lean the head back, take both hands back, lean the head back, open up your mouth really wide, and pop your chest forward. We're gonna hold this for 5, 4, 3, 2. Good, yeah, right? If you felt like you're choking, that's how much tightness is in your chest. because that's the bow back bending. Let's take it. Left or right arm, circumvent it around, land it somewhere behind you through the base knuckles of the fingers, press into both feet and shins, lift your hips up. Now playfully move your hips forward so you're extending those hip flexors. And then just take this left arm where it feels like it wants to go, but press the floor away with the right hand. Moving in circumvention, feeling your body. Move your neck around too. 2 more breaths, just really getting acquainted with yourself. If your bum needs to be down, keep it down, but keep that right shoulder externally rotated. Exhale, take your bum down. If you haven't already, good. Pick up the left leg, hold that left knee into your chest. We'll do the other side in a moment. Grab the balls of the left foot, bent knee into your chest, and open it up to the side and forward, side and forward. So getting a little clear on the range of motion in that shin. Now we're going to take the right hand to the outside of that left foot and then begin to cross it over towards the right and literally feeling that gluteal flesh. If you need to keep your knee bent with your hand on your foot because that hamstring's tight, bend your knee. There's nowhere saying you don't have to have a bent knee, but you're sitting up nice and tall. Let's circumvent the right arm or the left arm down and hold that position as we cross that leg over and noticing that stimulation. Now let's take that left arm back behind us and open up into a twist. So bird's eye view is a great example of like opening up that sternum towards the left and taking both limbs back behind the back body. Can you feel that? Good. Inhale, come to center. Tuck the left heel in towards your pubis. Take your right foot back behind you. And feeling what you're feeling in your hips. Maybe that leg needs to be out today. It's your choice. Remember, this is all about you. Connecting with the breath, and this is all breath-led. What is your intention? Mine is clear intentions, listening to the self. Good. So you're here. You got it, right? So let's circumvent that left and that right arm back. Tilt the head back. Oh yeah, and open up your mouth really wide. So you're bowing back, leaning back. Lift your heart, head back for 4, 3, 2, 1. And then come back to center. So it opens up all of that front fascia. It's just an understanding of it there. Right? Let's circumvent that left arm, placing it somewhere on a diagonal for support that the anterior left shoulder stays back, pressing into both shins. Lift those hips skyward and really yawn whatever anxieties and stress, because they get stuck in here. They do. So your bum can be down. You can still be expressing through your arms wingspan. Feel the magic of opening up to the power of trusting. Trust. Don't make the same mistake twice. Just open yourself up and believe. When you're ready to root that bum down onto the mat, take it down to the mat, sitting up nice and tall, pick up the right leg, holding the balls of that foot and bending and extending that right knee out. So find the sitting bones. I pull at your butt flesh to do that first. So you're bending and extending, noticing. Oh yeah. Can you extend it forward? Bend it out, okay? Now the next one, we're going to take the left hand to the outside of the right foot. Keep your foot in flexion so your ankle isn't sickling and cross it over. So it's really important that your pinky toe, ball of your foot is flexed back towards your hip so your ankle isn't doing one of those eversion, inversion pronations, okay? So find that, circumvent it around, bending and extending, whatever works for you, and then begin to open up your sternum towards the right. Noticing, the energy. Taking it into that twist, noticing what you notice, bending and extending, feeling and grooving. Can you open up just a little bit more in that twist? There it is. And then inhale, bring that left shin or right shin forward. Untuck the left shin is what I meant to say. And then let's take the legs back behind us and come into tabletop. So you can watch the bird's eye view. This is my mat. I'm going along that mat. And from here, curl the toes under and lengthen your arms nice and strong and straight. We're going to do an active child's pose. So your toes curled under, bum towards your heels, arms fully expressed, and then floating the knees up off the mat. And just giving your head a little drop down between your arms, waddling in your hips, pressing into the balls of your feet. And then we're going to slowly shift the knees to the floor, shoulders over wrists. You've got it. And then float the knees up off the floor for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep the toe of the belly in and the head up. I know the shirt doesn't show that. My belly's toned, but it is. then lower the knees to the floor. Bum back towards your heels. Fully extend your arms so you're getting your lats. This is like prepping for a handstand. Let your head hang, pressing into the root of your index fingers and thumbs, allowing that you waddle in your hips and feeling that energy. Got it, good. And then slowly invite the knees back to the floor, shoulders over your hips, tone the belly. So the belly button's up and in, neck is long for 10. Float those knees, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then let's down dog it. So lifting your hips skyward, separate your feet as wide as your yoga mat. Lift your heels really high. And you see I've got my little yoga socks I made myself. Lift your heels really high. Let's take the left arm out perpendicular to the shoulder joint. Bend your knees as much as you need to keep your bum blossoming. Take that left arm out perpendicular to the shoulder joint. Thread it under the chest, the belly. Grab a hold of your right heel, bending your knees as much as you need to, and then cat your back, and then fully extend both sets of your limbs, arms and legs. Tuck your head underneath that right arm and lean your hips over towards the left, feeling your cat back. Can you separate your shoulder blades, resisting your heel against your left hand? Good. Exhale, release the left hand. Slowly lower the knees to the mat. Big toes come together, curl toes, active child's pose. Waddling your hips, noticing that sensation. I know. And then slowly bring your knees back to the floor, shoulders over the wrist, tone the belly, float the knees for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then downward dog it. So as you downward dog it, let's bring those feet once again as wide as the mat. It's from tabletop, so it's shortened. Take your right arm out perpendicular to the shoulder joint. Thread it under the belly to the left heel. So remember, your knees might be bent because your hamstrings are tight, but eventually you're going to resist your heels, resist the floor with the left hand, externally rotate that left arm, lean your hips to the right, and look under that left arm as you cat your back. Separate your shoulder blades. You've got this. Can you feel that separation? Oh, fantastical. And then exhale, release the right hand, slowly lower the knees to the mat. Bring your big toes to touch. Sit on your shins, fix your gear, rise up onto your shins. Just get like elevated with the gravity because we're upside down now, we're upright. With your big toes touching, your knees not as wide as your mat, but wider than your hips for sure. Let's lengthen the tailbone down towards the knee creases, arms by your side, shoulders back, quad energy, core energy. Lean back. You're hinging those knees. And then back up again. See that? Nice and long and straight here. So the quads burn. Your arms are fully extended, or it can be on your hips. You choose, but it's this full extension. Inhale back, exhale up. You're strengthening in here. Let's do that a couple more times. Yeah, just like that. I know, eh? Inhale. Exhale. A couple more rounds of that. And it might be tiny, like some of you are going really low. Make sure you're not throwing your head back. And then sit on your bum, your heels, bring your knees to touch. Take your hips to the side. Take your legs all the way out in front of you. Pull out your butt flesh. I'm just gonna do a little side profile for you. So with your legs fully extended, butt flesh out, noticing what you notice, heels to the very edge of your yoga mat. We're going to core into the belly. Keep your heels anchored, they will slide. As we go into a anterior tilt of the pelvis, so we're hollowing the belly, we're not arcing the belly, the back. Okay, so from here, arms nice and long. Scoot the tailbone towards your heels, your legs are contracted. You might lose your yoga pants. Feel the sacrum and then the lumbar spine, then your thoracic spine, and come all the way back up again. I know, you could do it, you can do it. So it takes a lot of work, yes, in here in the belly, hara, belly button in. Do as many as you'd like to do, so your heels stay down, you're pressing through the balls of your feet, your inner thighs are squeezing back and apart, and you're only going towards the middle back. Okay, you're not letting your head drop back. Keep that flexion of the front body. So you're hollowing out the belly, you got it, and you're rising up and then extending your spine. 2 more of those. So really pressing through the balls of your feet. You got it. 1 more. And back up again. Hara, hara, hara. Solar plexus. Bend one knee, then the other knee, and I'm just going to face you forward. Let's bring the right heel towards the perineum again, and the left heel back behind you. This time I'm going to walk the left hand out to the left. Reach the right arm out to the right. And again, if you need a yoga block for that left hand, use it. Trust me, it could be your best friend. Reach out through the right arm. So we're crunching over towards the left. But again, if you're gonna bow forward, I prefer that you feel the expression of your arms like an albatross, the biggest bird, and then open up those arms, and then take that arm, if it'll go over towards the left, and then hinging at your left elbow. So keeping your chest predominant up. You've got it, good. And then exhale, take the right hand down, lift the hips up, pressing into your shins, and move the left arm over again. So feeling all the works of that beautiful energy we just invited into the body, and then exhaling, taking the bum down. You've got it. Let's do that 3 times. So we're hinging over towards the left, but keeping the chest bright, feeling that energy wherever that right arm needs to be. Keeping your neck nice and open in space so it's not leaning sideways in extension or flexion. Laterally flexion, you keep it nice and neutral. And then inhale up to center. The right arm goes on a diagonal behind you, press into both shins. Lift your hips up and maybe play with a mudra in your hands. Keep your arms ignited, opened up. Move your neck and shoulders around. You've got it. Good. And then exhale the bum to the floor. Last time. So we're hinging towards the left. Yes, this creates a lot of awakening in the spine, and you can Google all of your plexus, solar plexus, all the plexus chakras. So noticing, wiggle your jaw around. Don't get so stuck in yourself, okay? And then let's take it all the way. Right hand, right floor, press into both shins, or your bum stays down. You can still play with the bum down. 3 more breaths, or just think freedom, think voicing yourself, think letting go of stuff, being very clear in your communications today. Exhale, bum down, scoop up the left knee, scoop up the right knee, give them a squeeze, walk your feet closer to your bum and hug and squeeze. Good, let's do the other side. So I'm gonna take my block because it really felt good to do that. With your right hand out to the right, left hand over towards the left. Are you able to hinge towards the right, but keep both sitting bones down and express yourself the way you wish to express yourself? So a lot of you are quite bendy, you can go sideways, but keep the chest open and your neck free. Got it. You can even hinge your right elbow. What's working for you today? Breathe into that left side ribs. Inhale, take it skyward. Left hand somewhere on a diagonal, press into both shins. Lift your hips. Again, your bum could be down and that leg could be down, and that's your practice. Feel that magic wherever you are. Exhale, bum down. Nice and tall. Find your center. Back out to the right. Remember, we're doing this 3 times. So just giving yourself the delight of, this practice today is for expression, love, letting go. So whatever that hinging towards the right looks like for you today, make sure your neck is free of any kind of Good. Let's take the left arm down, both shins, lift those gorgeous hips if you want to, or keep your bum down. Your practice. Keep the collarbone open. Feel what you're feeling today. What is that expression? What is your intention? Last round, bum down. You've got it. And don't rush through it. I don't mean to be up here to run through it. I'm just going to take a peek at something, but go to the other side. You've got it. You got it. Yeah. I had to check something. And then all the way. You got it. Yeah. And when I say you've got it, because you do, it's in your light. It's in your journey. If you've been connecting with me for this past while, you know that I am trusting freely. Exhale. Take the bum down. Pick up that right leg, take your right heel closer to your perineum, left heel in, sitting up nice and tall on your bolster. Open your arms so bright, and then up towards the sky. And I invite you to say yes. What are you saying yes to? Are you open as you inhale? And are you grounded as you exhale? This is your yoga practice for today. From my light to your light. Yoga is the option we all have to get closer to the self.